Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr.V broadcasting from his own home. Now, I hope everyone's doing well, and today's topic is about bullying, cyberbullying, and social media. Now, when I was able to go to classrooms, I would talk to them, and it seemed a majority of the students have experienced some form of bullying or cyberbullying. I would say be about 4 out of 5 students. Looking online to do a little bit of research on the video today, the last study in Canada in regards to bullying was done in 2012 and showed that 1 out of every 3 students have experienced some form of bullying. Now, again, with statistics, they can always be skewed a little bit because they're not asking everyone. Even my results might be a little bit different. But I have noticed there has been more of a majority. I would say it's a lot higher than 33%. And even then, since 2012, technology has advanced a lot. That was 8 years ago. And technology has advanced so much in the last 8 years. So much. And what I have noticed over the last few years of teaching is the best way students communicate with each other is via Instagram. That's the big way students are talking to each other. Now, these are some of my observations too. Now, we've talked about physical bullying and name calling. That seems to happen on the playgrounds, maybe at lunchtime, maybe in class time when the teacher's not looking. A student might say something mean to another student. Those are all forms of bullying. But right now I want to talk about social media, especially because you're all at home right now. In fact, you're watching my video right now online. YouTube can even be viewed as a form of social media. Okay? So, when I've talked to students about the idea of cyberbullying, a lot of students agree that it's easier for someone to say mean things online than it is to say to someone personally, right? It's easier to send a message saying something rude to another student. And I'll use this term as generally there's a snowball effect. You know snowballs? I mean, we live in Winnipeg, so yes, you know snow. Now, the snowball effect means a little snowball at the top of the hill goes down, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and just gets huge. Now, with cyberbullying, my experiences are it might start little, like a little thing, but it will escalate between one person and the other, and kind of goes back and forth, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and boom. So, I just want to touch base on that, okay? I've worked at schools for the last, like I said, for a while, for about almost 10 years I've been working in schools. I've worked at schools where students have been suspended for the things that they've said online, for taking videos of other students and putting them online. That is a form of cyberbullying in a way, especially because you're not getting consent from the student. Consent is a word that we'll look at a later date. But I just want to touch base on the idea of cyberbullying, where I have worked with quite a few kids, not just here, but over the last few years, where cyberbullying has gotten so bad that police have gotten involved. Because you have to keep this in mind. It might be easier for you to say something on the internet, okay? But interesting enough is this saying. Maybe you've heard adults or parents or teachers say this, but what goes on the internet stays on the internet. Meaning, if you are threatening somebody through Instagram, it can be easily found. Easily. I'm not going to say how many times as an educator I've had to deal with police in regards to cyberbullying, but off the top of my head, it's been over 10 times in the last 3 years. So there's just a quick example. So remember that, boys and girls. Before you're talking to your friends and if you hit the send button, think about what you post, because it can be easily found. Easily. There's a huge, I'll use the term paper trail, even though it's a digital trail, because there's no actual physical paper, but it's so easy to find what is posted online, when it was posted online, and threats are taken very seriously. So just think before you post. That's all I wanted to say today, is when you're talking to someone, think before you post. If they say something hurtful to you, take a step back. And sometimes I know if someone says something hurtful to me, you want to say something back. But sometimes, especially when it comes to typing things on your phone or your tablet, it's easier just to step back and don't engage, because in the long run, it might help you out. So today's video, I want to try to keep these no longer than 10 minutes, because I know a lot of times it's hard to watch me babble on. I just want to make sure everyone's safe out there. Have a great day, and I'll give you another video very soon. Bye.